The Indiana Fever official injury report just dropped, and the timing could not be worse. 24 hours before their preseason opener against the New York Liberty at Barclays Center, 4 critical rotation names are unavailable. Aaliyah Boston is out with a lower leg injury, Lexie Hull is out with a hamstring injury, Tyasha Harris is out with a knee injury, Dantas is not with the team due to unresolved visa issues. That is 4 players ruled out for tomorrow's game against arguably the most loaded roster in the WNBA. On the other side of the floor, the Liberty are rolling out their full championship-caliber core: Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, and Satou Sabally. This is not just any preseason game. This is a nationally televised matchup between a Liberty team operating at full strength and a Fever team that just lost its 3 most important role players in a single injury report. The contrast is as stark as it gets. Before talking about what Indiana can do tomorrow, every single name on this injury report needs to be examined because the tactical damage is significant. Aaliyah Boston is the anchor of everything the Indiana Fever do in the half court. She is the massive screener in the pick-and-roll game with Clark that creates open looks for the entire offense. She is the reliable post passer that punishes defenses when they overcommit to Clark on the perimeter. She is the rim protector that allows Clark to gamble in the passing lanes on the defensive end. Without Boston in the lineup, the entire offensive system has to fundamentally shift. Her absence does not just remove a player, it removes the structural foundation the Fever's offense is built around. Lexie Hull is the spacing engine on the wing. She shoots an elite 47% from 3 when she plays next to Clark. She is the exact player who punishes defenses for collapsing on Clark's drives. When Hull is on the floor, nailed defenders cannot help off her, which opens up driving lanes for Clark and everyone else in the half court. Hull's actions does not just remove a shooter, it collapses the floor spacing the entire Fever offense depends on. Tyasha Harris is the veteran backcourt addition who is supposed to give the Fever a stable hand at point guard when Clark needs rest. With Harris out, the bench guard rotation becomes Raven Johnson, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, Jessica Timmons, Megan McConnell, and Kayana Taylor. That is 1 rookie first-round pick and 4 players actively battling for their professional lives just to secure a roster spot. That is not exactly the experienced rotation head coach Stephanie White was planning to deploy. Every minute Clark sits becomes a high-risk position with no reliable veteran to manage the offense. Then there is Dantas, not injured but equally unavailable due to unresolved visa issues. Her absence removes a front-court rotation piece the Fever were counting on for depth, leaving the front-court depth chart critically short heading into a game where they will need every available body. So the Fever are going to walk into Barclays Center tomorrow with a starting 5 that almost certainly looks like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, Monique Billings or Maisha Hines-Allen, and Michaela Timpson. That is a lineup that has never played a single minute together in a real game. That is a lineup that has had exactly 5 days of practice as a unit. Against a Liberty team that has played together across multiple championship runs, this is a significant structural disadvantage before the opening tip, which makes the Fever's practice secrecy this week a legitimate talking point. The Los Angeles Sparks are releasing 5-on-5 scrimmage footage. The Chicago Sky are showing their drills publicly. The Dallas Wings are transparent about how their systems are developing. The Indiana Fever have locked the doors. No 5-on-5, no full-speed drills visible to the public. There are 2 ways to read this. Stephanie White may have learned from 2024 when the Fever were arguably too transparent and opponents used their training camp footage for scouting. That is strategic discipline. The other read is that the half-court offense looks genuinely disjointed without Boston anchoring the paint and Hull providing spacing, and the coaching staff doesn't want that on film. Other teams are not operating with the same hesitation. Footage from other training camps showed Paige Buchers navigating intense screens, taking a hit, and getting visibly frustrated, with the coaching staff actively working through it on camera. That is a confident coaching staff teaching through adversity publicly. Tomorrow night, the speculation ends and the real evaluation begins. The central question of this entire situation is Caitlin Clark. For 2 years, the lingering critique has followed her, that she struggles when elite defenses lock in on her without a dominant supporting cast to relieve the pressure. Every previous analysis of that critique assumed Clark would have Boston, Hull, and a veteran bench around her. That assumption just got stripped away completely. With Boston and Hull out, Clark is going to be the only legitimate offensive engine on the floor for extended stretches. She is going to have to score, facilitate, draw the double teams, and find open shooters who are nearly as reliable as Hull or Boston. She is going to have to do it all against the Liberty defense that knows exactly how to aggressively face guard her.
This game is the cleanest possible platform Clark has to answer that critique definitively. The stage is national television. The opponent is championship caliber. There are zero structural excuses available for either side of the debate. The Liberty will load up, throw double teams, and dare the unproven Fever bench to beat them. Clark has the opportunity to show that she can dominate the game, manipulate the defense, and score efficiently even when the structural help is missing. The injuries also create direct opportunities for two players who need a moment. Raven Johnson, the rookie first-round pick, is about to get extended minutes against elite competition with Harris unavailable. A strong performance builds real chemistry with Clark in live game action and answers the critics who questioned her draft selection. Justine Pate, the 6'4" sharpshooter fighting for her roster spot, gets her audition with the wing rotation thinned out by Hull's absence. A few threes against Liberty defenders would significantly shift the conversation about whether the Fever can afford to keep her on the final roster. There's one piece of genuine encouraging news inside this injury report. Despite the lower leg injury keeping her out of tomorrow's game, Aaliyah Boston was active in portions of practice open to the media, aggressively knocking down corner three-pointers and winning a shooting drill with Kelsey Mitchell. If Aaliyah Boston can consistently hit that corner three in real games at even moderate volume, it fundamentally changes the Fever's offense. It forces the opposing center out of the paint, prevents defenses from trapping Clark in the pick and roll, and opens the entire floor. The mere threat of her hitting that shot makes the offense infinitely harder to guard once she's fully healthy. The Indiana Fever are walking into Brooklyn missing their starting center, their starting wing, their veteran backup point guard, and a key front court piece against a championship-caliber Liberty roster with a starting lineup that has had 5 days to develop chemistry. The result tomorrow may not be a win. This game will reveal who can be trusted in the rotation, who can play through pressure, and who can make plays when the supporting cast is missing. The evaluations are real. The answers start tomorrow night.
Drop thoughts in the comments, like, share, subscribe to Fast Break Daily.